Yo, parish orphans and retrogrades. Happy Friday. Happy Ides of March. On March 15th, the Ides of March, or remember your Shakespeare, Julius Caesar was warned, remember the Ides of March, this famous day in the life of the Roman Empire. Well, remember the Ides of March. Today we come to you with some more ill news from Rome, this time the Catholic, not the secular Roman Empire. New synod documents for October of 2024 are revealed. And what do they reveal? Discussion themes for study groups formed by Pope Francis. This new document, according to LifeSite News, from the Synod on Synodality, leaders outlined study groups to explore key synod themes and what they said to do. To be a synodal church in mission is to discuss the serious possibility of female deacons. We knew where this was going. This broke yesterday on the 14th of March. They're doing all this for a reason. They're not just getting everyone together to discuss. They'll make new friends. The real synod on synodality is the friends they made along the way, right? Wrong. They're getting all of these dames together to change the church through even more revolutionary feminist activity. So it's funny because you can argue with other right-minded people about what's the real danger in the church since middle 1900s. And everyone's got sort of within some operative paradigm, some operative set of conceptually boundaries, they've got kind of their own answer. I think it's feminism in the church and in the world. That's what's unique about my answer. And the whole church became feminized, church life, parish school life, and the home place all became overrun by bossy, shrill women, even though we live under the bifurcated, two-headed patriarchy of clerics and household priests, clerical and lay. That's all been overrun, man. That's what I say. And I don't know how people that disagree with me push back. They never debate the claims made, but they'll say things like, well, Pope Francis didn't yet reify female deacons. He's supposed to do that back in 2019. Yeah, well, I agree. But it's definitely what the point of the Synod on Synodality is, one of the many points. And I've told you this is already basically a done deal. Now, if you'll recall, October of 2023 was supposed to be the close of the Synod on Synodality, and was it? Nay, he pushed it another year out. He said October 2024 will be the close. Well, now we're learning that summer, May, June of 2025 is the close. Why is he expanding the chronological boundary of the Synod on Synodality? It's because he's seeing, I thought we were going to be able to do it. I thought that this incrementalism that I, Francis, am so good at using, I thought it was going to be able to put the period on. Stretch, using, Jesuit techniques, casuistry, weaponized ambiguity. You stretch it until people get bored with it, then you put the period on. I've talked about this a million times. I don't want to do it again today. On Fridays, I just get sick of repeating stuff. But that's what he was going to do with regard to female deacons. He's going to stretch it out. We've been talking about this since the Amazon Synod in 2019. Didn't do it then. There was a pseudo I told you so by normies in the church. Oh, he didn't do it. Yeah, he attached a document saying he's going to do it in the future to the Amazon Synod final report. He said, oh, that midterm report counts as part of this document, and that midterm report said they're going to do it. Well, October of 2023, people like me thought he might well do it then. he stretched it out a little more. He added an extra session, and he made it really clear it's going to be done between now and then. Now he's stretching it out 9 more months. So all the stretch tells us where he plans to go, and he tells us where he plans to go. I'm going to read from this LifeSite News article, which was up yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, March the 14th, day before Ides of March. Leaders of the Synod on Synodality have published 2 new texts highlighting Pope Francis's plans to implement a more permanent effect of the multi-year synod by the format of study groups for key synod themes. At a press conference today, a panel of speakers comprised of the Synod on Synodality's leading members presented 2 lengthy documents showing the results of the General Secretariat of the Synod's recent workings in order to orchestrate the workings of the upcoming October session of the Synod on Synodality. The first is called How to Be a Synodal Church in Mission. Aren't these titles hilarious? We've used the word synod like 50,000 times, just as moderately interested observers over the last 3 years. 5 perspectives to deepen theologically in view of the second session is what the subtitle of this thing is called. It presents what the text describes as the guiding question, given that the text adds how the Synod on Synodality has made us increasingly aware of our mission. The second detailed the study groups on key synod themes, which began Pope Francis in, this sentence doesn't make sense. The second detailed the study groups on key synod themes, which Pope Francis in February tasked the Roman Curia to form in cooperation with the General Secretariat of the Synod. It's called Study Groups on Questions Arising in the First Session of the 16th Ordinary General Assembly of the Synod of Bishops to deepen in collaboration with the dicasteries of the Roman Curia. Both texts demonstrate the self-reflective circular discussion model as the chief theme and emerging new style of operation for the Church, and appear to posit the future of the Church as being intrinsically oriented toward the synodal process. This means the process of the phenomenology of spirit, Hegelian change, Hegelian dialectic of history, where nothing is fixed, nothing is true, nothing is permanent, nothing is truly Catholic in the Catholic Church. That's the Hegelian dialectic of history. Everything's always changing. Females are now basically men, according to Francis and all the feminists in the world. It was a male kind of bifurcated patriarchy, the church, but now women kind of run family. I mean, I'm just describing most of your guys' families out there. Women run the household. The men act more like manly women. The prelates are fantastic and act like women. And the women really run the parish life. So why not have female deacons? Why not have female deacons?